What's up, Facebook? What's up, everybody all around the world? It's Silas Kingdomnaire, Kingdom Forth here, guys. Coming on here every day, doing these videos. I hope everybody's having a great day, a blessed day. I know right now it's late. I think it's about 10 something. But guys, I want to come on here every day. What's up, Jeremiah? Appreciate you, bro. I know it's late in Trinidad. God bless you, bro. Appreciate you. Have a blessed night, bro, in Trinidad. Appreciate you reaching out to me and just praying for me, bro. Appreciate you. But guys, I want to come on here and I want to talk about the word diligence. What's up, Felicia? Hey, Ariane. I want to talk about the word diligence. And the word diligence actually means commitment. All right. Everybody reads. There's so many Bible verses. I'm going to show you a few in Proverbs where it talks about diligence. All right. The reason people don't keep doing things, like I'm doing these videos every day, I got to remind myself I'm committed. When I'm diligent, it says the hand of the diligent will bear rule. So when I'm not being diligent to what the Lord told me to do, I'm not going to bear rule. And I'm gonna read to you Bible verses on being diligent and versus being lazy on what God told you to do. All right. And diligence is just another word for commitment. When you're committed to something, you do it until it's finished. He told me to do these videos every day. Guess what? I gotta do it every day until I'm finished. But I got to remember why I'm doing it, right? 1 million souls, right? Right? That's one of the reasons why. And to help other people see how great Jesus Christ is. So guys, I want you to meditate on these verses I'm going to show you. I have a few, but here's one of them in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4. It says, "He who has a slack hand becomes poor." Hey, I'm Bridget. "He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich," right? "He who gathers in summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame." So that's one verse in Proverbs. But I want to read some other verses that are really more important to me. That one is great. But there's so many in Proverbs where it talks about diligence versus lazy. Here's another one in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24. It says, "The hand of the diligent." And remember, diligent just means commitment. It means commitment. So the only reason people aren't diligent towards something is because they're not committed to it. Like my Aunt Bridget, she's on here. She's a school teacher, right? And I'm not sure. I know she's been teaching school for over 20 years. I know. I'm not sure the exact amount. But she's committed. She's diligent at what she does. And she's committed to it. All right? She's committed to it. That's why she's diligent. She wanted to do that. And she's committed to it. Right? And that's what God led her to do. But a lot of people they're not committed and diligent to what he told them to do because they're being lazy, the opposite of diligent. It said the hand of the diligent will rule. The hand of the diligent will rule, but the lazy man will be put to forced labor. So if you're not going to be diligent to what God told you to do, then you're going to be forced to do some work that you don't want to do. That's what it's talking about. You're going to be forced to do labor that you do not want to do. And then here's another verse in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 27. It says, "The lazy man does not roast what he took in hunting." So the lazy man took in something hunting, but he didn't finish. He didn't cook it. Right. But it says, "But diligence is man's precious possession." So a lot of times people want something for nothing. They want to receive rewards. They want to receive people joining their business or whatever. But once they join, they just leave them. Or once they receive something or a gift, they stop taking care of what they received or what they took in. You got to stay diligent with what you have. All right. With your tools, with your music equipment, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you have. For instance, for like business owners, if you got somebody that joined your team, all right, you did the work for them to join, but now that they're on your team, now you're being lazy with them. You're not calling them up. You're not reaching out to them. You're not building your friendship with them. You're not trying to help them accomplish their goal now. That's not being diligent. That's not being committed. That's being lazy. All right. You did half the work. You got them in, but now you got to keep going. It's an ongoing process. And then here's another verse in Proverbs. There's so many verses on diligence and versus laziness. Proverbs 13, verse 4. "The soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing." All right. The soul of a lazy. So if you have a desire and you haven't gotten it, I want to ask you, are you being lazy? All right. This for me too. Do you have a desire and you really want it? All right. Stop crying about it. Make a plan for it and go get it. It says, "But the soul of the diligent shall be made rich." Why is the diligent soul made rich? Because they do the work They actually work and be committed to what God told them to do. They finish and they accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. What God told them to accomplish, guys. I'm going to accomplish doing these videos one every day for this whole year. But then this is the final verse I really want you to meditate on. This is in this is in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29. And everybody sees it says, do you see a man who excels in his work? Or do you see a man that is diligent? Or do you see a man that is committed? Commitment. Diligence is just a word for commitment. The only reason people work hard towards something is because they're committed. I'm committed to doing one video a day for God's glory, to help to save 1 million souls through the word of Jesus Christ. That's my commitment. I'm committed to it whether people join the video now or later. I'm going to finish what he told me to do because I'm committed. Diligence. I want you to get that same commitment towards what he tells you to do. It says, do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. And every time I read this verse, I just think about my dad, right? I think about my dad and my mom too. I think about my parents in their work. I always see them standing before kings, before great men, not unknown people. I'm talking about movie actors. I'm talking about singers and songwriters. I always see them standing before owners, billionaires, I always see them talking to people, to great men. And here's why. Because they're committed to the work that God told them to do. They're diligent. It says, do you see a man who excels in his work? The only reason you don't excel or you're not diligent in your work is because you're not committed to it. Get committed to what God told you to work on. Whatever that work is. Jesus was committed. They were looking for Jesus. They thought he was lost. He said, why have you sought me? Must I not be about my Father's business? Did you not know I was about being about my Father's business, right? He was working. He was being diligent towards what the Lord told him to do. So guys, I want you to read, I want you to listen to this again and get those verses that I was putting on here. But I want you to meditate on this in Proverbs 22, verse 29. Do you see a man or woman? Do you see a person, right, who excels in his or her work? Right? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. Read that. Meditate on it. All right? So, guys, be blessed. That's all I want to come on here to talk about. I want you to get committed to what the Lord has told you to do. The word diligence means search it up. You're going to see different words, hardworking. But the one that stood out to me was committed, right? Committed. Do you see a man who is committed to his work? When you get committed to something, you give your all. You pour out everything in you into that work whenever you're working on it. Get committed to it. Have you really given your best to the work? I know I haven't. I haven't done my best with these videos. I can do even better. Every day I'm going to do even better. I'm going to do my best to do as best as I can each day. All right. But do you see a man who is diligent in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. When you get committed, people will see your work and you will be recognized by great people. You see it all the time. All right. Just look at people who go to the next level. They got committed to what God told them to do. So guys, I love you. I pray this helped you. It helped me. That's what I'm working on and focusing on. I'm meditating on that, on diligence. All right. Because if you're diligent at what God told you to do, it's no way you can lose. When you get committed to something, when you get committed, you won't, how can you quit? Nothing can stop a committed person. Jesus was committed. He prayed. He said, Lord, if you can take this cup away from me, take it away. But nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. He was committed to doing the Lord's will. He was committed regardless of what was going to happen. What's up, Stephen? What's up, Danita? What's up, Anita? What's up, everybody? Guys, be blessed. I'm coming on here every day. I'm finishing what the Lord told me to do, what he put in my spirit to do. And I just want you to get committed no matter what. Refocus on your vision. Refocus on your goal. See, why are you doing it? See why you're doing it. I know why I'm doing this. 1 million souls. This already reached 1 million souls. It's already done. All right. Whether they're saved or not. right? Whether they're saved or not, to encourage them, inspire them if they're already saved, to get them to know their God-given purpose in life so they can overcome their fears and walk in their God-given purpose in life, right? 1 million souls, right? People reach out to me all the time asking me questions about God, asking me questions about salvation, right? Asking me questions about what keeps me going. And the name of the book the Lord told me to write was Delight, 7 Biblical Principles to Achieving Spiritual Growth for Young Adults. Why would he tell me to write something if I wasn't going through it? Growth. Growth is a process. Every day you see me growing, because growth happens when you break through. When you go, the only way you're going to get growth is through pain. Just like at the gym, the only way your muscles are going to get bigger is through doing more sets. And it hurts the more you do. The more it hurts, the more you grow. And every day I'm doing these videos, I'm growing every day. I'm busting through limitations. I'm busting through what the enemy thought he held me down. Look, at the beginning of this year to now, it's bigger obstacles. The obstacles at the beginning of this year I thought were big, they're small now. All right, now there's bigger obstacles that we have to go through and we have to bust through. But we already won the victory, guys. So I want you to focus on the word diligence. All right, see his thou man diligent in his business. He will stand before kings, not before mean men. All right, he will not stand before mean men. Get diligent, okay? Diligence is another word for commitment. Get committed to your work, to what the Lord told you to do. And I'm talking to myself too. This is for everybody, all right? So guys, be blessed. Have a prosperous day. These videos on my YouTube. Watch my YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. All right. YouTube.com/Silas King Music. SILASKINGMUSIC. Every day I'm doing these videos. We're going to finish this year out strong. Blessings are flowing. Blessings are here. Jesus is here. We got to start speaking what we want to see. Okay. And start acting. Act now. Action. Okay. Faith without works is dead. Diligence. All right. Focus on diligence. Stop saying to yourself you're lazy. Stop speaking that. Say, I am diligent in the work God told me to do. All right. Look, diligence will pay off. OK, I'm going to get off. But I want you to remember this. Just because you don't see money coming to you and you're working your hardest, it doesn't mean you're lazy. I remember last year I was working my hardest and nothing was coming in. No money was coming in. Then all of a sudden in 1 month, thousands came in 1 month. But it's because I kept being diligent in the months when it looked like nothing was going to work. I want you to stay diligent. Money does not, look, absence of money, you're not broke at all. You're wealthy. You have wealth. It's right there. Everything in you. Remember the Lord your God, for he has given you the power to get wealth. All you got to do is keep preparing. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it feels like. I don't care if there's people around you that's doubting. If you stay committed to what God told you to do, eventually it will pay off. God blessed me the other day in my business, and I was just thinking, what if I would have stopped being committed to God? If I would have stopped being committed to God, I said I wouldn't have felt as good as I did for being committed, even when things weren't working, right? And then he blessed me, right? Even when things weren't working, I said, what if I wasn't committed to him? What if I was just gave up on him? I said, and then he blessed me while I gave up on him. I said, I would have felt so bad. And that's what a lot of people do. They give up on God. But guess what? God don't give up on them. He keep blessing you. But it feels much better to keep staying committed to God. Stay faithful to God through it all. Stay faithful to him through it all. Then as he blesses, it just gets better and better. As he blesses you, as you stay committed to him and his work, it feels so much better. It feels better. And I promise you, if you stay committed to him and you don't give up, the blessing is going to be bigger than what you thought. So guys, be blessed. I'm off. Later. What's up, Maxandra? God bless.